Good evening. This is Neumarr Sixstar here again for another episode of Medusa's Tangle. Tonight is a special night. Astrologically, tonight is the night of a new moon. It's the new moon in Cancer. And it's of particular importance to me because my North Node is in Cancer. What does it mean for your North Node to be in Cancer? Well, your North Node tells you about what your karmic lessons are for this lifetime. So the sort of overarching theme of your karmic lessons. Your South Node, which is the opposite sign from what your North Node is in, the South Node tells you what karmic challenges or gifts you bring to bear to address the karmic lessons that you have. With a North Node in Cancer, my karmic lessons have to do with balance of family and work. So basically, that would include balance between the professional and the personal, male and female energy, yin and yang. And, you know, it's very clear to me where this came from. I believe my most recent past life on Earth occurred in sometime like the 1940s maybe. But it's the one that I've seen. I have not seen a more recent one. And in this past life, I was an insurance salesman in New York. And the person who was my husband in this lifetime was my wife in that lifetime. And I was a workaholic. Whenever I see that lifetime, whenever I journey back to it, I see a chain-smoking man who is always on the telephone and never home, always in an office building. And when I see what my spouse looked like in that lifetime, my spouse was a lady who, when you look in her eyes, she just seemed very frantic and frazzled, and there's an air of abandonment. And that's what happens when you're with somebody who's a workaholic. And that's what happened in that lifetime. So I wound up leaving my spouse alone to raise the children, and I was just pretty much never there. I worked all the time. And basically, what happened is my spouse in that lifetime had a best friend, another woman. That woman came with us. She incarnated with us into this lifetime. I, clearly with my North Node in Cancer, I wanted to balance that energy. And so I came in as a female in this lifetime. The soul who was my wife in that past life in New York came in as a male, and we were married in this lifetime. It's just so fascinating the way things happen, but he wound up leaving me, and he left me for the soul that was his best friend in that past life in New York. It's really interesting to, it was hard at first, but it was interesting the things that I noted about their relationship. One of the things he told me was that they finished each other's sentences. I mean, these were two very close souls. And her nickname for him was a girl nickname, so she feminized his name. And I think it's representative of the fact that they were female best friends in their most recent past life together. So I'm working on balancing that energy. And I do have workaholic tendencies in this lifetime. But I do think I'm doing better. But tonight is the night of the Cancer new moon. And one of the things I want to do is I want to maximize this opportunity to elevate my vibration, to raise up my vibrational state. I really try hard on the new moon and the full moon to really hone in on those times because they're important times for manifestation. I personally find that my manifestation power or focus seems to be best on the new moon. Some people do better with manifestation on the full moon, but I'm more of a new moon person. And what I do on the full moon is I make moon water. So I will take a jar of filtered water, place it on in a bowl that's filled with crystals and charge it up with crystal energy. And then, as I did today, I drink that moon water on the new moon while I hold in my mind a focus on what it is I'd like to manifest. And then I always include my children. So we all drink, and whatever friends are here. So we always drink full moon water together on the new moon. So there are other things, though, that you can do to create energy, to express your intent, to raise your vibration. There are many practices you can engage in. And I received an inspiration today. I got a reading today. And in this reading, I was told that and I already do this, but I was told that I definitely need to work with crystals. I love crystals. But that I need to become a crystal healer and crystal reader. Now, I do not know how to read crystals for people. So that's something that I want to set my intent for, and to learn how to use crystals to help people discern information that will help them in their spiritual journey. So I set my intent for that. I also tonight had decided that I wanted to go ahead and just give a basic little introduction on how to do chakra activation, because to me this is one of the most basic elements of just any spiritual practice. We are, in fact, in truth, energy. We are light. We are rainbow light. We carry rainbow light within us in our energy centers, which correspond to the rainbow colors, Roy G. Biv. Red for the root chakra, orange for the sacral chakra, yellow for the solar plexus, and the root chakra is down here. It's at the base of your spine between your legs. The sacral chakra is here beneath your navel. Your solar plexus is here at the navel. And then your heart chakra is here. Throat. Third eye is here at the pineal gland, and then your crown chakra is there. So those are the 7 energy centers. And so what I wanted to do tonight was to just sort of step through a chakra activation. And in addition to that, I'm really doing it up. So I'm going to do multiple things tonight, because what happens when you sort of layer your spiritual practices is, my personal understanding of what happens is that it creates a synergistic increase in your vibrational level. And what I mean by synergistic is, there's a thing called arithmetic increase. This is a math term, and it's basically 1 + 1 = 2, 2 + 1 = 3, 3 + 1 = 4. That's arithmetic increase. A synergistic effect creates what's called a geometric increase. So instead of 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 1 is 3, 3 + 1 is 4, when you have a synergistic activity occurring and a geometric increase. It goes 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is, it just rises higher and higher. So it doesn't go 1 and 1 is 2. It's like 1 and 1 is 11, and 1 is, add 1 to it and you get 111, and add 1 to it and you get 1,111. So the increase rises like this instead of like this. And that's what happens when you layer spiritual practices. Have I read this anywhere? No, but I know it. This is one of those things that, you know, in the feeling and knowing that I receive from my connection to basically the God energy, this is something that I know. So the first thing I do this very often is I am a fire sign. I'm an Aries, and I like to use fire. I like water too. I really like to use all the elements, but I really do like to use fire in my rituals. So what I've done is I have taken a big pink quartz heart, and remember, pink quartz is the stone of unconditional love, and I've placed this in the center of a circle. And this circle has candles that are in the 7 chakra colors. So I've placed violet at the top for the crown and just gone around in a circle. And I have a dark blue candle for the third eye, a light blue candle for the throat, a green candle for the heart, a yellow candle for the solar plexus, an orange candle for the sacral chakra, and a red candle for the root chakra. And now what I want to do to start with is I like to use music too. I'm a musician and a songwriter. So I want to invoke the energy of the divine and invite in basically God. I want to invite God here and welcome God, although God is really always everywhere, but I want God to know that I welcome God's presence. And I'm going to give these chimes 3 rings. 3 is the number of the Ascended Masters, and it's the number of creation. So they also help to clear the air. So if you ever want to do a spiritual clearing of an area, you can use chimes or a singing bowl, and that will help to clear any negative energies. And now I'm going to start with the root color, or the red. Generally, when you do a chakra activation, you start from the bottom up. So I'm going to start with the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the green energy of the heart chakra, the light blue of the throat, and it's interesting that I think this is winding up taking 3 matches. The number 3 again, which has been very prominent lately in my experience. So there's the indigo for the third eye, and then the purple for the crown. Okay, now, so we have our fire energy working. And now what I want to do tonight, I want to show you sort of like a triple activation process. And honestly, I've never seen this anywhere, and it just came to me today. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for it. I did make a few notes, and I think in an earlier episode I had discussed a dream I had where I was sort of instructed to just sort of wing it on these, but I think I'm winging it pretty well to come up with this multiple activation process. So that I think is going to really give a synergistic energy to the opening of my energy channels and the connection to heaven. So when you start your chakra activation, typically you're going to start at the root, and the root is the chakra that connects you to the earth, and it's where your energy of security and grounding comes from. And I'm going to show you the mudra that goes with it. Now, what is a mudra? A mudra is a hand posture, and these hand postures sort of underline or highlight what your intention is. So there are hand postures that go with each chakra. So for the root chakra, the hand posture is this. So you just touch your index finger and your thumb together, and you just put your hands down in your lap like this while you're focusing on your root chakra. And when you focus on it, what you picture is red, the color of it, which is red. And I'm going to kick it up a notch since I got the reading today that said I need to do crystal work with people. And I am going to also employ crystals with this process. And since both of my hands are separate and I can't use one crystal, I decided I would pull out two different crystals that both activate the root chakra. And this one is called, I don't know if I'm close enough for you to see it, but it's called Apache Tears, and it's a glass, it's obsidian. And then this one is beautiful, and I don't know if that's close enough at all, but it's black tourmaline. And the properties of this, like black tourmaline is a grounding crystal, and it connects your root chakra to the core of the earth. So this is exactly what we want. And it also helps you to radiate light in darkness. The Apache Tears help to release old hurts. And that's often something all of us are working on. I'm personally working on that. Both of these protect you from negativity. And just the little folklore around Apache Tears is that these are said to have formed when Apache women cried when they lost a family member in battle. As I said, it's a glass, and I don't remember exactly what type of stone this is, but I just think they're both so beautiful. They're both black crystals. So to activate your root chakra, you can find a crystal that works with the root. Hold it while you have your hands in mudra. So you've got basically a triple activation occurring, because you're going to close your eyes. And remember, we've already cleared this space, right? So we lit our candles, which was an act of clearing this space. And then we also chimed 3 times and called in higher powers and higher light and higher energy, and that provides a clearing of the space. So you hold your crystals in your hands in the mudra position and close your eyes, make sure your feet are on the ground, and you focus on the area at the base of your spine between your legs, and you picture red in whatever form it comes. And I've had it change over time. It looks different. Sometimes it's a glowing ball of light, and then I picture it expanding to all of my body. Other times it's a daisy that spins. It's a red Gerber daisy that spins. I've seen that. Lately, I have seen a red lotus that opens and fills my entire body with light. And then I take it another step that I don't often hear others do, but I definitely do this every time. I picture this red light forming a beam that goes all the way down through the earth. So it goes down through the grass, down through the dirt, down through the aquifers, down through the bedrock, down through the mantle, and to the core of the earth. And then it brings the energy back from the core of the earth and brings it through me and goes up into, and I've mentioned this to you before, there are 5 astral chakras. And I looked up the name. The first one that's just over the crown chakra is called the Soul Star chakra. It's about an inch or two above the crown. Above that is this, and it's at whatever distance you feel is right, is the Spirit chakra. Above that is the Universal chakra. Above that is the Galactic chakra. And then finally, the chakra that connects to the God chakra is called the Stellar Gateway or the Divine Gateway. And that's the chakra that actually connects to the God chakra and brings down the divine energy of God. So I picture this red light moving up through my body and up through the Soul Star chakra, the Spirit chakra, the Universal chakra, the Galactic chakra, and the Divine Gateway chakra. And then connecting to a giant, when I picture the God chakra, I picture a field, like a world somewhere else at a higher dimension, and a sun so big it almost fills the whole sky, and much bigger than our sun. And I picture that as the God chakra, and I picture the Divine Gateway chakra as just a daisy that's sparkly. And then I picture the Galactic, Universal, and Spirit chakras as just these cores of light that just expand when they're activated, and the Soul Star chakra. Now, I've learned today that those chakras have particular colors. I always just picture golden because it's just a little easier for me to keep straight. So I picture this red beam of light that I've now connected to the core of the earth and brought back through myself, running up through these 5 chakras and connecting to the God chakra. So now I have activated my root chakra and connected that light to the core of the earth and to God. Okay. Now I am going to move on to the sacral chakra, which is here, and that's the center of your creative energy and of your sexuality. And the crystal that I'm going to use for that is goldstone. And I actually have a goldstone Merkaba. And hopefully this will be close enough. Maybe I'll move it forward a little bit so you can see this. This is representative of our light body. And when you do light work and you activate your chakras and you bring up your vibration, you perfect your light body, and this is what moves you up energetically and connects you with the one, with the field of oneness. Goldstone has the properties of positivity, upliftment, goal attainment, and this is the important part, harmonization of relationships. And what I'm here to work on karmically, as I know from having, Cancer, my North Node's in Cancer, is I'm here to balance. I'm here to balance work and home. I'm here to balance male and female energy. And I'm here to create harmonious relationships with the souls that I abandoned through a lack of balance in prior lifetimes. So I want to use this crystal on this chakra, the creativity, passion, sexuality chakra. So a stone of positivity, courage, upliftment, goal attainment. I want to achieve my karmic goal, and harmony. Okay, now here's the mudra. Okay, so, and I have to remember what this is. So this was 1, this is 2. Okay, so this is the mudra for the sacral chakra. So hold your hands out flat. Slide your right hand under your left. Touch your thumbs together like this, keeping your hands flat. So I'm going to go ahead and put this goldstone right here, so it's in the center of it. And now I'm going to picture orange light. So you can picture a ball of orange light. You can picture a swirl. You can picture a vibration. You can picture a flower that's orange, a lotus that's opening in orange, just anything that strikes you that's orange. Picture that in this area. Picture it expanding all the way through your entire body. You can picture it doing that incrementally or even instantly. But when you're finished with picturing this orange light moving through you, you should be completely filled with orange light. And I picture myself in a column of orange light. And now I picture this column of orange light moving down through the soil, down through the bedrock, down through the mantle, and again connecting to the core of the earth, bringing the energy of the core of the earth back up through me, back up through the 5 astral chakras, and connecting, anchoring to the God chakra, to the source energy. And now there is a complete channel from the center of the earth to God through me of orange sacral chakra energy. Okay? So, and you know, whatever crystals you have, you can always look this up on the internet. Super easy to look up, just sacral chakra crystals, and you'll find a big list, and very easy to figure out, you know, what their properties are and whether those are ones you want to work on. Okay, now the next chakra to activate is the solar plexus, or the navel chakra. This pertains to will, identity, personal power, like your self-esteem. That's the type of energy that connects here. And this stone is called tiger's eye, and I'm not sure if you will be able to, you're probably not going to be able to see its beautiful luster, but this is a very shiny, lustrous stone. It's really lovely, and I really love it. When you move it like this, you can see the bands of light move across it. It is really super pretty. And tiger's eye is a stone of good fortune. I always think of this, if I want a quick reference, it's the good luck stone. It's also a stone of balance, which is, you know, that's what I'm here to do, balance. And it also gives you courage through life changes. So, wonderful crystal. Love it. And I wear it, in fact, on this finger, which is my action power finger. It's almost like my wand finger, and I want good luck there. So, now the mudra, or the hand position for this chakra is, okay, I have to remember, is this. Okay, so you put your hands flat together like this, and I've got this crystal in between here that I'm going to hold. And then you cross your thumbs. I put the left under, the right over. Okay, so I'm going to hold this hand position. And now I'm going to picture from my belly button area, I'm going to picture yellow light. And I like to picture a lotus opening. So I'm going to picture a beautiful yellow lotus. You picture whatever you like that's yellow. And I'm going to picture the light of that springing out and creating a column of light that completely fills and surrounds me. And this yellow light moves down through the core of the earth, all the way down to the center of the earth, from where my feet touch all the way down, and brings back up through this channel of yellow light, comes energy from the earth, moves up through my body, moves up through the 5 astral chakras, and anchors into the God chakra. Energy from the God chakra comes back down and connects all the way to the core of the earth, and there is a pure, clear channel of yellow light connecting the core of the earth to God, through which I am the median, or the center of this light. So that's my solar plexus activated. Okay. Now, next is the heart chakra, which is here. Okay, and I'm going to move my scarab. I'm a Hecate Hecate is one of the goddesses who works with me, and a scarab is representative of her. So I'm going to, here's where this chakra originates, is the heart chakra. And I'm going to use a green crystal, a dark green crystal, because this is the green chakra. And I'm going to use moss agate. And this mudra, your hands are separate for it. So I brought 2 pieces, so each hand could hold a piece of moss agate. And you basically, I'm going to do it without the crystal, do like the OK sign, okay? And you put your thumb and index finger here over the heart chakra, and then hold the other in your lap. So, but the thing is that I am also going to hold this moss agate while I do that. So, you know, the heart chakra I think is probably pretty intuitive as to what that does. But it's basically about the energy of unconditional love and compassion. That's the center of unconditional love and compassion, is right here. That's the energy center for it. Moss agate is a crystal that helps you to attract love. It is an abundance. Any green crystals typically are considered abundance stones, balancing and of yin and yang. Again, I've chosen another balancing because what I want to do on this night of the Cancer new moon, knowing that my North Node is in Cancer, I want to balance. I want to balance my male and female energy. I want to balance work and home. I want balance in my relationships. I want harmony there. So this is a great crystal to work with this chakra. So again, from here, I'm going to lately I've been thinking of a lotus blossom opening. And as it opens, I find myself surrounded and filled with green light, and I'm surrounded in a column of green light. And I picture this light moving all the way down to the core of the earth, bringing back the energy of the earth up through me and moving up through the 5 astral chakras and connecting with the God light. And then the God light moves back down through me to the core of the earth. And it's a perfect circuit of the light of unconditional love, which also is pink. So green is the light of the heart chakra, but also pink light is the light of unconditional love. Okay, so you can also picture pink light with that, which I often do. So that's the heart chakra activated, triple activated. Now the throat chakra is here. It's light blue in color. And so chalcedony, which is a light blue, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful crystal, works with this chakra. And also this beautiful stone. I love this. And I don't think you can see the iridescence probably. I don't know that the light will work with this, but this is an iridescent stone that I am very partial to. And if you want joy, this is the stone that you choose. It's called the Joy Stone, but it's actually, its name is peacock ore, or its real name is bornite, B-O-R-N-I-T-E. And it's called peacock ore, and it's sort of like gold with this beautiful purple, and it's very iridescent, like a butterfly wing, if you look at a butterfly wing close up. And even though this mudra, the hand posture for this, is together, I just love both of these crystals so much that I was just like, I'm going to work with both of these. So this chalcedony is very good for keeping mental clarity. And I've given big pieces of chalcedony to my elderly aunt and my elderly mother to help keep them from slipping into mental decline. And I tell them, my mom carries hers in her purse, and I put my Aunt Mary's under her mattress, so in between her mattresses, so she always sleeps with the energy of it. Let's see. So besides mental clarity, this is also called the speaker's stone, obviously, because it works with where you express. You know, the throat is the chakra of expression. So this is where you express your truth. And this crystal helps you with speaking and the expression of your personal truth. And you can look at it and tell that it's a stone of peace energy. And then again, this is joy energy. And if you could see the iridescence, you would know that. It just feels like joy. Okay, so the mudra for the throat is, again, this right hand underneath, left hand on top. And it's similar to the posture for the sacral chakra, except that instead of being flat with your thumbs, you form a circle. So we're going to put these two crystals like this, and we are going to form a circle and put this down in our lap. And then we're going to picture a light blue light emanating from our throat chakra area. I'm going to picture a beautiful light blue lotus opening and spreading out this beautiful light blue light that spreads out and forms a column that encompasses all of me and the area around me. And I'm completely immersed in this light blue light that moves down, down through the soil, down through the bedrock and the mantle, and it goes all the way down to the core of the earth and brings back the energy from the core of the earth and moves it up through me, up through the 5 astral chakras, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and connects with the God chakra. And then the light from the God chakra comes back down through that channel and connects with the core of the earth. And now there's a complete and perfect circuit of the beautiful light blue light of the throat chakra from the core of the earth all the way to heaven. Okay? Now for the third eye, which is where your pineal gland is. Your third eye is vision and psychic awareness and insight and spiritual reflection. So this is where you get sort of psychic vision, and you know, I get that. And I've been working quite a lot with trying to improve it. So I use a lot of crystals that are third eye activators. This is a beautiful crystal called iolite, and it's gorgeous. Beautiful crystal. Let's see what its qualities are. It opens communication with higher realms, and that's pretty much what you're looking for, is you're looking for connection and communication with higher realms through your third eye. That's the whole point of it, is to bring in vision and insight from spiritual realms. And that's exactly what this crystal does. That is its function. So this mudra, the hand posture that goes with the activation of this chakra, looks like this. I'm going to put the crystal here, and then you touch your joints, your finger joints together. You put your thumbs together like this, and then you want your middle fingers touching like this, and these other fingers, you want the joints together like that. Okay? So stick this down in my lap, and now I am going to picture this is an indigo, a sort of really dark blue or a dark sort of purpley blue, almost inky black blue. Picture that color of light. I picture a really beautiful lotus, that color, opening up, and a beautiful light emanating from it and surrounding me and filling me with this beautiful indigo light that forms a column that completely encircles me and moves down through the soil, down through the aquifers, down through the bedrock, down through the mantle into the core of the earth, and brings back the energy of the core of the earth, moves it through me, up through the 5 astral chakras, and then connects to the big, beautiful God chakra light that then brings light back down through me and connects with the earth. So I've connected another time between the earth and God and I sit at the center of that connection. All right. And now for the final chakra, the crown chakra, which is here. And most of the time, this is my go-to for the crown, is amethyst. And this is a 6-sided amethyst. 6 is my Pythagorean life path number. And it's a beautiful, big 6-sided amethyst. And 6 is the number of responsibility. And I think I'm trying to be better about being responsible with home in this lifetime. I think that's what I want to heal. And the crown chakra is where your cosmic consciousness energy exists and where your connection to the divine occurs. So that's what's going on with this energy center. And this is the all healer stone. This is a healer stone. And it's also considered the artist stone, the composer stone. And since I'm a songwriter and a musician, it's a great stone for me. And it also helps with addiction. So anybody with addiction should always try to keep a piece of amethyst, somewhere in their environment or on their body, to get that energy, that healing energy. Now the mudra that goes with the crown is similar to the one we just did, except instead of the middle finger, what you want to do is the ring fingers. So think of it as like you're wedding yourself to God. You're using your ring fingers, or where you would wear a wedding band. You're putting those together from your 2 hands, touching your thumbs together like this, and then putting the knuckle joints together from the other fingers. And I'm holding this amethyst in between. And now I'm going to picture, you picture whatever you like in purple on the top of your head. I'm going to picture a lotus opening up, and this beautiful purple light spilling, or violet light spilling out of this flower, and creating a column of light that moves all the way through me and surrounds me, and moves down through the soil, down through the aquifers, down through the bedrock, down through the mantle, and to the core of the earth. And the energy of the earth moves up this channel of light, and this light moves up through the astral chakras, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then connects to the God chakra. And then the light of the God chakra comes back down through me and goes to the core of the earth. And there's a perfect connection between earth and God, with me sitting in the center of it. Okay. Now, all my chakras are now activated. And what I like to do is picture golden light coming from the God chakra. And sometimes I also picture the pink light of unconditional love. But I picture the light from God with this either golden tint, white or pink, or sometimes all of them, coming back down through that rainbow. So now what I'm seeing is this perfect channel of rainbow light, and now it's infused with gold, white, and pink light, and it's this beautiful channel of all these multicolors of light from that big giant sun that is God in this higher dimension, coming down through those 5 chakras. And again, the top one I picture as just a simple daisy, and that's that part of me that's right next to the God light. I'm just a little flower, and all this light comes down through that daisy, and then down through the other 4 astral chakras, down through me and to the core of the earth. And now there's this beautiful multicolored channel of connection. And usually what I do after I activate my chakras is I open myself up and I hold my hands out, and I fill my hands with pure golden light from God, and I bring it into my heart. I put it in my head, and I bring it back to my heart, and then I picture all the people that I want to send this light to. And I send it to the people that I know in my life who have the greatest struggles first. So I have a friend who's incarcerated, and it's due to an addiction issue and the choices that were made associated with that. And I always send to him first because he's got the toughest row to hoe of all of us. And then I have a friend who's battled cancer, and I'll picture him and his brother, and I send them light. And when I send light, I always send the golden light, but I also just sort of let myself feel what other color of light they want. And I just send that, and I just let my intuition guide me. And what I think is happening is whatever they're short on or whatever needs activating is what I wind up becoming aware of, and I send that to them. And in my thought, I send it. And then I always, picture my kids, my mom, my ex and his new wife, and who are my friends. I can call them that if I want, but basically they're my friends and they're my old soulmates. And then I picture my friends, and I also picture the people that I'm in personal struggle with and that I'm feeling either angry with or in a state of judgment or in a state of fear. But anybody that I'm having any kind of an interaction with that's not love, I picture them and I send them the golden light and then whatever other color I think they need. And I do my best to wish them well and healing. And then I will oftentimes send golden light to the entire earth. I'll picture it down in the core of the earth and emanating all the way outward, all the way as far as creation exists, because we do have the power to do that. And then I release it. And I do that several times a week, and that's one of the ways that you can be a light worker. And, if you feel called to it, then okay, you're a light worker, and that's how you do it. Turn on your energy, get your chakras opened up, and send it on. Just picture sending it to other people, and I send it right into their heart. When I picture it going to them, I send it right here, and then let it spread throughout their body. And so I think that's everything that I wanted to cover today. One thing I didn't do was give you the close-up shot of the root chakra stones, and I want to make sure you see them because they're so pretty. So just to sort of backtrack a little bit. So this is black tourmaline, which is just such an interesting crystal. And then these are the Apache tears, or obsidian is what this is. Okay, and I think that that's pretty much probably one of the most coherent lessons or talks. I guess these are lessons, I don't know what they are, but I definitely feel guided to do them. And I was really grateful to receive a wonderful reading today, and to really sort of get honed in on crystal work and teaching other people about just how I use crystals, just sharing that information. You might want to too. But I'm very attracted to crystals. I just think they're so beautiful. And in my blog this month, I'm going to be including some information about a crystal grid that I sleep with under my pillow. But I have 15 crystals that I put under my pillow, so I'll put them in a pattern, and I use my intuition to decide how to establish that pattern. Your intuition is really, I think, probably your most important guide. And so I use my intuition to lay out the pattern, and then I place a pillow over it, and then one more so that I don't feel like I'm sleeping on a pile of rocks, and it's fine. And I do that every single night. And I've just let my intuition guide me as to which crystals to use and how to lay them out. I also bathe with crystals. Every time I have a bath, I have crystals in my bath. So they're really an important part of my spiritual journey, and I'd like to express my gratitude to my crystals and my gratitude to the light. And I'm going to finish tonight with, I'm going to close out with 3 more chimes, and I'd also like to express my gratitude to music, because in truth, that's what we all are. We're all invisible, and we're all music. We are all, each of us, a beautiful, perfect note, and we make the most beautiful, perfect song of heaven when we're in our true state, which would not be the state that we're in on earth. But we're bold, and we said, all right, we'll come to earth and give this a try so the rest of the oneness can know what earth feels like through us. So to all you brave souls who have come here to do the Earth School with me, thank you for listening, and we'll close with this.